As scientists continue to study the Omicron variant of COVID-19, some cities are already taking major steps to limit people's exposure. Details on the vaccine mandate set to go into effect in one major city.
Deadly consequences of a brawl outside of a bar. We have the latest this noon.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
New at noon, we have more details about a man who was shot and killed on Friday night. The medical examiner saying he is 20-year-old Michael KSAT.
He was killed while playing with a hunting rifle on Friday. The shooting happened at a Southside home in Elmendorf, according to police. KSAT and a 16-year-old boy were playing with a gun in the living room when it accidentally went off and shot KSAT in the head.
KSAT and the teen are not related. The 16-year-old was arrested over the weekend for manslaughter. He is being held in the Bexar County Juvenile Detention Center.
Let's get outside with live cam changes as we speak. The cold is moving in.
It was a big change, right? The gusty winds kicked in. It was hot and humid, or warm and humid this morning. We started off in the 70s. The front came through, gusty winds, cooler temperatures. It feels a little more like December outside. Let's take a look at the numbers across the state. You get up into the Texas Panhandle, temperatures are in the 30s at this hour, 39 in Lubbock, 35 in Amarillo, and then temperatures moderate as you move south, but still certainly cooler than we were looking at earlier. 62 here in San Antonio right now. Out ahead of the front, still 82 degrees in Corpus Christi, 87 in Brownsville. That will change here within the next couple of hours as that front progresses south. Locally, 56 in Kerrville, 55 Fredericksburg, 60 in Uvalde, 70 right now in Carrizo Springs, and those temperatures are dropping. Looking at the wind gusts, we've got gusts now up close to 30 miles per hour. That's going to be the big story this afternoon, are those gusty winds. We'll see gusts at about 30 or so through, I'd say, the evening hours before those winds start to calm a little bit. We've got some stronger winds out west, places like Eagle Passing, gusts up to 39 miles per hour. Clouds are trying to clear out a little bit. We conceivably will see some sun this afternoon. That may allow temperatures maybe to rebound a little bit into the low 60s, but a cool day nonetheless. And look for temperatures to really fall off tonight into the 40s by tomorrow morning. It'll be a chilly start to your Tuesday. But just wait till you see the temperatures later this week. Some record highs possible. We'll take a look at that coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Definitely a roller coaster. Thank you. San Antonio police are saying that angry words at a Southside bar are what led to some deadly violence. A 37-year-old man shot and killed, possibly after intervening in a fight. It happened right around closing time at a bar on Pleasanton Road south of Loop 410. Katrina Weber reporting 2 of the suspects are not even old enough to get into the bar.
San Antonio police found themselves opening a murder case just as the Southside bar should have been closing. They were called to the bar, known by customers as Cubilete, a little before 2 this morning for a shooting. Officers at the scene told us a man had jumped in to break up a fight between his wife and another woman in the parking lot. But they say the other woman called her sons and they showed up and shot him. Those 2 teens, who were 16 and 18 years old, were gone when police arrived. Almost everyone else who was still there was taken in and questioned as a witness. A man who told me he's a friend of the victim says they were all sitting out here earlier at this picnic table having a good time. He says he went inside to use the restroom, and that's when he heard more than half a dozen shots ring out. He says he came outside, found his friend on the ground, and tried to do CPR. The 37-year-old died at a hospital. Officers stayed at the bar for more than 4 hours investigating. They ended up towing 2 vehicles. A report says they're still looking for the teens and list them, along with the 33-year-old woman, as suspects in the murder. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
The Bexar County Sheriff's cadet who passed away last week after experiencing a medical episode during a physical training exercise remembered by BCSO and other cadets today. An honor escort took place this morning. Kevin Rowe was escorted from the Bexar County Medical Examiner's office to Mission Park South Funeral Home. That's on Southeast Military Drive. His cadets' classmates saluting as his body arrived at the funeral home.
We want to bring you the latest on the coronavirus pandemic. New travel restrictions going into effect today for international travelers entering the U.S. This as the Omicron variant spreads across our country. ABC's Rita Roy reports one of the first reported people to test positive for the variant in the U.S. is now speaking out.
New rules for international travelers starting today. Everyone coming into the U.S. required to show a negative COVID test a day in advance, regardless of vaccination status or citizenship. As the Omicron variant rapidly spreads, more cases being detected.
We're following them closely, and we are every day hearing about more and more probable cases, so that number is likely to rise.
30-year-old Peter McGinn from Minnesota is one of those Omicron cases being monitored. McGinn is fully vaccinated and received a booster, but tested positive after traveling to New York.
I was just a little taken back to the fact that I, A, had COVID, and B, it was the new one.
In Louisiana, thousands are being tested after a COVID outbreak on a week-long international cruise. At least 17 confirmed cases, including one probable case of Omicron on the Norwegian breakaway, despite all guests and staff being fully vaccinated. Scientists now studying the new variant, trying to determine if it's more transmissible or more dangerous. They say the best protection against it is the vaccine. Dr. Anthony Fauci on CNN.
Well, we really got to be careful before we make any determinations. But thus far, the signals are a bit encouraging regarding the severity.
New York City expanding its vaccine mandate later this month to require proof of vaccination for all private sector workers and in most indoor venues for children 5 to 11. People will also have to show proof of 2 doses for indoor activities, up from 1.
This is how we put health and safety first. We're going to do this so that every employer is on a level playing field, one universal standards.
The CDC director reminding Americans while there is no federal mask mandate in place, they should follow the recommendation to mask up indoors despite vaccination status if in a community with high transmission rates. Right now, 80% of U.S. counties fall into that category. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And tomorrow, another chance for those needing their COVID-19 vaccine. Metro Health will be opening another pop-up clinic. It is happening at the Antioch Sports Complex on Eros Street. That's on the city's east side. It'll start at 10 a.m. and go till 1 in the afternoon. The Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines will be available. They will also offer the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. Still coming up this half hour, the Spurs have a chance to sweep their current road trip. A preview of Game 3 of that trip coming up.
It is the most wonderful time of the year, but it's also a busy time of the year for crooks. And we have some tips for you, what you need to know to avoid being a victim of recent scams. It's coming up in the next half hour.
And local students are getting the chance to learn how to take care of livestock. And they're also picking up some life skills along the way. Tiffany Huertas gives us a look coming up after the break. Some local students have been raising livestock animals over the past few months, and they are ready to display them at some upcoming shows, including at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo.
Students who are part of the AgriScience Magnet program at Madison High School have learned many skills along the way and spent every day grooming and exercising, training, and feeding their animals.
Tiffany Huertas tells us what this means to the students participating in upcoming competitions.
From the day I got him, he was super curious. He wanted to play.
Joe Trinidad got Red in February and has since spent at least an hour with him every day.
When I got him, he was like 400 pounds, and now he's up to almost 1,100.
Joe is one of the students at the AgriScience Magnet program at Madison High School.
I've learned a lot about veterinary medicine in general.
He is now getting ready to compete at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo and other shows coming up in the next few weeks.
He'll probably go in like the Red Cross breed division. And so it's where 75 other calves around his size go, and they look for muscle quality, structure quality, the muscle to fat ratio.
Our agriculture science magnet program consists of many different species that the students can raise. We have cattle, we have pigs, sheep, goats, chickens, and rabbits.
Students learn responsibility, work ethic, and compassion. They are training, feeding, and cleaning the stalls every day, including weekends and holidays.
The school is currently recruiting students for the Magnet program for the next school year. For Joe, he says this program is helping him gain the knowledge and skills for after high school.
I want to go to vet school and be a veterinarian.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
You like that cow picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little.
I think that's great. And, you know, in San Antonio, the Stock Show and Rodeo coming right up.
Yeah, it feels like a little Stock Show and Rodeo weather today.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it always has to change rapidly throughout the rodeo.
That's true. It does feel that way. And this is kind of our first big front of December here. It's going to cool us down a little bit this afternoon for sure. The aquifer is down a tenth of a foot to 665.2. In your pollen count, molds are high today, 1,020, so that may be part of your problem. But we're also going to be watching what this front does for the pollen count tomorrow. Stay tuned. We're going to take a look at the rest of your forecast and some warm temperatures ahead coming up.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by IAQ Cleaning.
Hey everyone, my name is Brandon Ayala with IAQ Experts. I just want to give a huge shout out to the military and everybody who served as a first responder as well. Thank you very much. And I just want to give a huge shout out to my cousin Lorenzo and my friend Jacob as well for serving in the military. You guys, I'm very grateful for it. Y'all don't know how much it means to me. Thank you for protecting our lives. Thank you.
I woke up this morning, put on a turtleneck and a coat. My husband said, "Where are you going?"
Exactly. How about all those kids that walked out the door this morning without a coat?
It was warm this morning, but I was planning ahead.
And it
was
going to be in for a shock when they leave the school this afternoon.
Yeah. I think Mike this morning he was letting everybody know, hey, it's warm right now, but be careful because it's going to cool down this afternoon. And that's
ready.
where we are. we try to get you prepared.
You did.
Let's take a look at the temperatures across the state. 39 right now in Lubbock, 35 in Amarillo, 61 Waco, 53 in Dallas. You go south of that front, it's in the 80s this afternoon. It's warm down there in Brownsville, 85, still 82 in Corpus Christi, but that's going to change here probably within the next hour or so because that front is on their doorstep. It's chilly, it's not bitterly cold, and we'll see temperatures drift into the 40s tonight, but then we get a pretty rapid warm-up. So this is kind of our one day here where it's going to be fairly chilly. Temperatures in the low 60s here in town. We've rebounded a little bit because the sun is now out, and I think we'll see more sun as we get into the afternoon. 56 Kerrville, 52 Rock Springs, 61 right now in Del Rio. And temperatures today, again, we'll be in the 60s next couple of hours, and then you'll see it stair step down eventually into the 40s by 1 a.m. and by tomorrow morning. It will definitely be jacket weather as you head off to work or school, but then turning pretty nice by the afternoon. Radar reveals that we do still have a few showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms right along the front. It's working its way through Victoria, almost to Beeville, and it's pretty much out of our area at this point. Already moving through Houston too, so the rain chances go away. And take a look at the time lapse. We did have some fog and some drizzle this morning, so it was kind of a damp start. And then that front came through, and that's cleared everything out. And we can see some of those blue skies there faintly in the background. 62, dew point is at 44. That number has dropped off thanks to this front. And we've got some gusty winds too, northerly at 15 miles per hour, gusting to 25 at the airport, gusting to 21 Pleasanton. And we've seen some gusts close to 40 out west in places like Del Rio and Eagle Pass. That's where the strongest winds have been. I think we're going to see some gusts close to 30 throughout the rest of the afternoon, and then those winds will calm some as we get into tonight. Here's a look at the forecast, and it does show by 5 p.m. still some gusts up around 20, 25, and then by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, those winds will have calmed significantly, and that's going to lend itself to some cooler temperatures tomorrow morning. I mentioned the cloud cover. Still some clouds in place, but there is clearing going on in the hill country, and I think that clearing line slowly works south. So we'll still see some off and on clouds today, but we'll also see some sun into the afternoon. And as we zoom out, you can kind of see the big picture here. Along the front, showers and storms lining up. We're on the tail end of it, so the heavier rain has been out across parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, and even some severe thunderstorm warnings there along the line. This stretches, by the way, all the way up into the Great Lakes. So our extended forecast, this is what we're thinking this week, and it's going to be a roller coaster ride. So we're going to try to prepare you here. Obviously windy today, 65 tomorrow. There's a little disturbance that works through tomorrow morning. I think it brings a couple of sprinkles. That's it. The air is going to be so dry that we're not going to get much out of it. And by the afternoon, things clear out. Wednesday is going to be a beautiful day, 77, mostly sunny. Then moisture tries to come back in here Thursday and Friday. That leads to some morning fog and clouds. And depending on how quickly those clouds clear out, we could get some really warm temperatures in the afternoon. The record on Friday is 85. We're forecasting 85 in mid-December. Cold front comes through, though, Saturday morning, brings a small chance for some showers, and then it turns windy and cooler for the weekend. So if you have Saturday plans, know it will be cooler, gusty winds, and then Sunday mornings, a time frame we'll be watching closely because temperatures right now are forecast to drop into the 30s here in San Antonio, guys.
Of course it is, because it's a new day, so we have brand new weather.
We mix it up.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, the UTSA Roadrunners trying to finish a season of first with another first. We got that for you coming up. The Alamo Bowl will have another great matchup this year. Reaction on the way. The UTSA Roadrunner season continues. After winning the conference title, they are now headed to a bowl game. They are still a relatively young program, but they are going bowling for the third time in their history. It's even more impressive when you consider this is the second year in a row to get a bowl bid. They will be facing San Diego State in the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. That's happening December 21st at 6:30. To add to all the firsts, this season, the Roadrunners will be going after their first bowl win after losing their two previous appearances. Last year, they lost to Louisiana in the First Responders Bowl, 31-24. And then in 2016, remember, they fell to New Mexico 23-20 in the New Mexico Bowl. Now, after defeating Western Kentucky in front of over 41,000 fans in the Alamo Dome on Friday night, UTSA will try and cap off their best season in program history with a December to remember.
It's surreal. You know, this is what we've been working up to, this is what we've been working up for. We made sure that the Triangle traveled this entire season, and you know, we back at it again.
We've never won a bowl game, right? And these guys have done a lot of firsts this year. So I challenged them when the year started. You know, why not us? Some team's going to be the first one to win the West. Why not us? Some team's going to be the first one to win the whole conference. Why not us? Well, somebody's going to be the first team to win a bowl game in the history of this school. You know, why not us?
Why not? Hey, you may remember the Roadrunners were selected to play in the Frisco Bowl last year, but had to switch after it was canceled due to COVID protocols facing the SMU program. San Diego State comes into this one 11-2 after falling to Utah State 46-13 in the Mountain West Conference Championship game. The Roadrunners will be the visiting team. Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl matchup, here it is. Once again, December 21st at 6:30, Toyota Stadium in Frisco. Good luck.
Very exciting to announce that number 14, Oregon Ducks, and number 16, the Oklahoma Sooners, will be our teams.
Yeah, you talk about a great bowl matchup. Oklahoma coming back to the Alamo City for the first time since 2007 when the Sooners upset number 1 Missouri to win the Big 12 football championship 38-17. This is also the first time the Valero Alamo Bowl has featured 2 10-win teams. The Ducks are returning for their third time. They are 1-1 in their previous 2 appearances in the Alamo Bowl. In 2013, they beat Texas 30-7, spoiling Mac Brown's final game as the head coach of the Longhorns. And then in 2015, the Ducks lost to TCU 47-41. Remember that one? That was in triple overtime. Probably the most memorable comeback in Alamo Bowl history.
Excited to be here. You know, certainly teams that, you know, may have had a chance to be in the national championship earlier in the year didn't quite work out, but also both young teams. When you look at the rosters and the kids that are playing, they're very young on the talent from that perspective. So chance for them to see them when they're probably going to be ascending next year, maybe above us. So it's great to see that. We look forward to a great game on December 29th.
The 2021 Valero Alamo Bowl is the highest ranked matchup of all the non-college football playoff games. Once again, here is that matchup for you. Oregon, Oklahoma, Wednesday, December 29th at 8:15 in the Dome. Hey, by the way, Oklahoma has a hired Clemson defensive coordinator, Brent Venables, so they will have a new head coach. He's expected to be announced today. Talk about rolling. How about those Spurs? So far, they have won 2 in a row on this current road trip, 4 in a row overall. They held off a late run from Golden State on the road last night. Warriors are tied for the best of the West, so they're pretty good. San Antonio took a 22-point lead early in the second quarter on the layup from Lonnie Walker IV, led at 67-58 at halftime, but the Warriors chipped away until eventually retook the lead on a step-back 3 from Steph Curry. Oh, Steph Curry, you don't like that. Golden State up 104-103 in the fourth, but like they did against Boston, they came back. There's that DeJounte Murray bucket that closed off a 9-1 run and got the Spurs the big win on the road against Golden State. DeJounte had 23 and the leading scorer for the Spurs last night. Once again, Derek White with 25. Spurs win at 112-107, and they're hoping this can be another turning point in their season.
They're one of the best teams, not the best team in the league. So there's obviously a lot of mistakes that we made that we can learn from, watch the film and grow from. So it's good to get a win and learn from it. So just grow each and every game, learn from our mistakes, and it's going to pay off in the long run.
Yeah, they're going to need to clean up those mistakes before they tip off tonight at 8 o'clock in Phoenix. That'll wrap up this 3-game road trip. But once again, Phoenix is one of the top teams. They're battling Golden State for the top spot in the West. And then they come home. And tomorrow night, they host the New York Knicks, and then it's Denver on Thursday, and then they play Denver again at home. It's one of those weird back-to-back things with Denver. So kind of a strange schedule. Kind of like the weather. Really weird.
Always.
Always.
Always. All right, shoppers hitting the holiday sales and scammers hitting your inbox with potential scams happening at the same time. Coming up after the break, we're joined by the Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union Vice President of Enterprise Fraud Management. He knows this stuff, and he has some tips to help you avoid becoming a victim. The holiday season always has people busy making plans and buying gifts, but you know, the crooks are making plans too.
That's why you have to be on the lookout for holiday scams. We are now joined by Brian Munster-Tiger from Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union. He's the Vice President of Enterprise Fraud Management, which means he knows a lot about these scams. So many of us. First off, thanks for being with us this afternoon. So many people buying online, which means, of course, you're giving out a lot of information like credit card numbers. What's the main thing that we should be doing to protect ourselves from a scam?
Really, the main thing is to hold on to your personal information. You mentioned online shopping. Right now, that's what a lot of people are doing. And if you're anything like me, you're getting emails constantly, just about daily, if not multiple emails daily, confirming delivery times and letting you know that a package has been shipped, letting you know when a package is going to be delivered, that it was delivered. And those emails, you get maybe 3 or 4 from each merchant that you use, that you purchase from. And fraudsters will take advantage of that. They will send you emails posing to be either the merchant itself or maybe one of the shipping carriers. Funny enough, I actually got an email from a fraudster, some type of scam, posing to be FedEx yesterday, and had a link in there. It tried to reel me in by saying that one of my packages had been delayed, and I needed to click on a link in order to get more information. When I clicked on the link, it actually took me to a survey that, if you kind of put 2 and 2 together, it's telling me that a package is on, being held, and I need to, click a link for more information. And all of a sudden I'm taking a survey. That's a huge red flag right there. I went through it just to see, obviously I knew it was a scam, but I wanted to see what they were going to do. After I took the survey, they told me that I was given a reward, which was, I could choose from like 5 different things, an iPad and an Apple Watch, things like that, that obviously to a consumer, very, very attractive. All I had to do was pay $4.95 for shipping. Well, that's where they get you, because you're entering your card number. You didn't initiate this contact. So if I could say anything as far as, what to look out for, if you didn't initiate the contact, really hold on to your personal information, like your card number, your social security number, one-time passcodes, things like that.
And you bring up such a great point, because I know from work that I've done in consumer reporting that it's not usually a big theft. It's not like a big ask. It's usually something very minor, but it shows up in your bank account as like $1 or a $2 debit, like they test your bank account, yes. Right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's something we see every day. We have a lot of individuals over here, a lot of analysts that look at those transactions to try to detect exactly what you're saying. Small transactions just to see if they have the right card information, right? It's like anything else. They're trying to make sure that the information they have is accurate, and they do small transactions first, and they'll lead to much larger transactions if they're not caught.
Obviously, the emails are a major concern. What else should we be looking out for this holiday season as far as some of these scams?
Yeah, I didn't really get into the phone call aspect of it. That's really important too, and something that we've seen probably more on the rise than anything recently is fraudsters posing to be, whether it's your financial institution or some other known resource that you use every day, whether it's a merchant or something like that. And they can spoof the phone number. It's very easy to do. So if you have a phone number, say it's RBFCU, you have that programmed into your phone, and a fraudster is spoofing that number, the phone call will look like it's coming from RBFCU, and they ask for your personal information. And something that they're targeting more recently is the one-time passcodes, which all of us are most likely familiar with. When you sign onto a website, there's additional security needed for the one-time passcode, which is great. The problem is the fraudsters have found a way around that by actually contacting the consumers directly and asking for that information and getting the one-time passcode, even though most of the text messages that you receive say don't give out the passcode. It's very easy to do. It's very easy to fall into their trap because they use fear and they make it seem like they need that passcode to verify information or something. They'll do anything they can to get that passcode out of you because a lot of times it's the last piece of information they need to commit fraud.
It is so easy to fall into these traps, but I guess what you're trying to tell us is if you slightly smell something is wrong, stop what you're doing right now and contact the merchant directly on your own without using those addresses and phone numbers that have been provided to you in those emails and phone calls, correct?
That is exactly right. If you wanted to sum it up, I couldn't have said it better myself. If you smell something and you feel there's a red flag or something just doesn't seem right, like the story I mentioned with myself, I clicked on that email that was supposedly about a package that was being held, and the first thing I'm doing is taking a survey. FedEx isn't going to have you take a survey. Like RBFCU isn't going to call you and ask you for your card number. FedEx is not going to call you and ask you for information. They have all that information. So if you take a deep breath, take a step back, and ask, like, why are they asking me this information? Why would my financial institution be asking me for information they already have? And if those types of questions start to pop up, then I would hang up and, like you said, call the FI or the merchant that you're dealing with directly.
So if it sounds off or it looks off, it probably is. And if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is very important information to get out to our viewers, and we wish you lots of luck catching all of these guys behind the scenes.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All righty, and if you want more tips to help keep you safe from scams, head over to KSAT.com. We've got some there for you.
Just go to the KSAT community section of our website. It's all there.
Always got to be paying attention to what's going on with all this modern technology, don't you?
Well, and the other little trick is look for the misspelled words in the email. That's a sign that, nope, not from who you think it is.
It's scary stuff, man.
Yep.
Everyone's trying to, it feels like there's a lot of scams going on out there. So good advice. We have been watching a cold front come through, and it has cooled us down pretty significantly here in San Antonio. Really much of the area. We're down to 62 now here in town. Temperatures rebounded a little bit thanks to some sun out there, but it's going to be overall a cool day. 55 Bernie Stage, 61 in Comfort, still in the 50s out there in Los Maples with quite a bit more sun there, 54. And looking at the wind gusts, still gusting to around 25 or 30 miles per hour here in town. It's going to be a blustery type day. Gusts of around 30 miles per hour will be common through about dinner time, and then those winds will start to calm a little bit. Stronger winds out west, places like Eagle Pass and Del Rio. I've seen gusts up close to 40, but even those numbers now starting to come down just slightly. Looking outside, we've got some of those blue skies, and here are the headlines. Windy, some clearing today, and then tomorrow and Wednesday we'll see some cool mornings, but nice afternoons. And then by Thursday and Friday, if you can believe this, more humidity and potentially some record warmth. Not today. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures in the low 60s as we finish out the afternoon, and then we'll fall down into the 50s and eventually 40s by tomorrow morning. Again, those winds will lighten up a little bit, especially by about midnight tonight. We'll talk more about those warm temperatures in our next cold front coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Now to the growing tension on the Ukraine border with Russia. More than 100,000 Russian troops now gathering there, sparking fears of an invasion. So tomorrow, it's expected to be one of the subjects to be brought up when President Biden talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. ABC senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell is on the scene in Ukraine.
This is one of the most serious crises since the end of the Cold War. Tensions over Ukraine between Russia and America are higher than at any time since Russia seized control of parts of this country 7 years ago. Now, we're in one of the towns on the front line with a Russian-backed rebel east of Ukraine.
If the U.S. goes through with a diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Winter Games, that's according to a Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson. He gave no details on how China would retaliate. The Biden administration is set to announce the diplomatic boycott this week. The move would still allow U.S. athletes to compete in the Olympics. However, no U.S. government representatives would be in attendance. President Joe Biden told reporters last month he was contemplating such a move to protect China's human rights abuses, to protest those abuses. The diplomatic boycott is designed to put more pressure on China to reform its policies before the Winter Games begin on February 4th.
Doctors discussing a possible medical breakthrough. If you have type 1 diabetes, you may get some hope from this next story.
The maker of remdesivir, that first antiviral approved to treat COVID-19, is announcing a safety recall. The company reports that 2 lots of its COVID-19 drug may be contaminated with glass particles. While there have been no adverse events reported, in theory, the particles could block blood vessels, causing stroke and even death. Gilead is notifying distributors and customers about the problem. The infused antiviral treatment can only be administered in a controlled healthcare setting like a hospital. Remdesivir is sold under the brand name Veklury and was approved by the FDA for treating hospitalized COVID-19 patients 12 years and older.
A life-changing opportunity for one man could lead to benefits for many other people. He was part of a groundbreaking clinical trial, and it cured his type 1 diabetes. The doctors say that people with type 1 diabetes, the body attacks the cells in the pancreas that create the insulin. So with this new treatment, the patient gets an infusion of new cells grown from stem cells. They help to restore the body's natural ability to create and regulate the insulin, essentially giving the body back the cells that it has lost. Well, after receiving the treatment, this guy, Brian Shelton, says he can now go days without taking insulin and no longer fears those sudden dangerous crashes.
Now I could do yard work without having to worry about my numbers going too high or too low. All my numbers are right in that line. And just seeing that, makes me feel great. I feel like I'm getting another chance at life.
Now, doctors say there's still a lot more research that needs to be done. However, Shelton's success story is giving them confidence that they'll be able to do this and help other people.
Outside with live cam, pretty windy out there. I would go with the suggestion of rocks in your pockets, but then I got to explain it all. So we'll just say hold on to something, because you might blow away.
Man, I thought we had made it through the noon show without the rocks in the pockets.
Not with this wind, no. It's too windy. You need some.
His favorite saying.
Not a bad suggestion, I suppose. 72 was the high. That was actually earlier this morning. The low occurred at around 11 o'clock or so, 58 degrees. So it's kind of a flip-flop day here. Averages are 66 and 44. Records are 83 and 20. Those not in jeopardy today, but we may get near some records by the end of the week. We'll look at your forecast coming up.
Okay, wait. I got another one for you.
Oh, not
the rocks in your.
Okay.
When you park your car, make sure when you open the door, you hold on to the door, because if you park downwind and the wind's coming like from behind you, snap that door around, smack the car next to you. I'm just trying to help.
Okay, that's a good one.
You don't want to do that.
You don't want to hurt yourself either.
And if you're wearing a skirt.
All things I didn't think about, but I'm glad you guys have
That's why we're here.
Out there. Yeah, well, it is windy. You are right. It is gusty. We've got some gusts up to around 30 miles per hour or so. And we look at the radar, and we can see we've got some showers that were out ahead of that front that have moved down into the Gulf of Mexico now. So the front is pretty much past our entire area by, and the rain's out of here. We're not going to worry about any rain the rest of the afternoon. As we look outside, some blue skies there in the distance, and sun is beginning to pop out. 62 degrees at the airport right now, northerly wind at 15 miles per hour. And that temperature has rebounded a little bit from the upper 50s we saw right behind the front, really. 60 in Comfort, 55 Verney Stage, 58 Canyon Lake, 57 in Bulverde, 65 though in Pleasanton. And as we zoom out, you can very clearly see where this front is. It's still 82 in Corpus Christi, but that front is on the doorstep of Corpus Christi there. It'll move through very quickly. 79 in Laredo. And then behind the front, you got 60s and then 50s as you get up into the hill country. Winds are the other big issue today. Gusty winds gusting to 30 miles per hour, as we talked about. Gusting to 31 right now in New Braunfels, gusting to 25 in San Antonio, and then some of the bigger gusts out west around Eagle Pass. Wind gust forecast keeps those gusts somewhere around 30 miles per hour, maybe a little bit less, through about 10 p.m. And then by midnight, you'll see those wind gusts start to die down some. We'll see a lot less wind going into tomorrow morning. Now let's talk temperatures. So we've got low 60s right now. We'll fast forward to 4 o'clock. Temperatures may fall off a little bit, close to 60s, some 50s, as we mentioned in the hill country. And then tonight, those numbers fall into the 40s. I think we could go mid to low 40s here in San Antonio. There will be some 30s in the hill country. It'll depend on cloud cover. We've got another little disturbance that'll be rolling in from the west, and that may give us a sprinkle or two in the morning, but also provide some cloud cover. You look at the big picture here, we've got quite a bit of cloud cover to our south, but North Texas is clear now. And there is a line of storms with this front that extends all the way up into New York State now. So showers and storms out ahead of it. There have been a few severe storms across the southeast, and then you've got some snow on the backside. Places like Detroit getting some snow at this hour. And you look at the temperatures, it's cold. This is kind of the first kind of push of cold air we've had so far this month. It's -3 in International Falls, 7 in Minneapolis. We're not going to feel the really cold stuff, but we have felt at least a nice cool down from where we have been last couple days. It's been warm to start the month of December. So our extended forecast, 65 tomorrow, some morning sprinkles, 77 on Wednesday, 83 Thursday, 85 on Friday, near record highs by the end of the work week. But another front comes through early on Saturday. That brings a 20% chance of rain, turns windy and cooler for the weekend. 60 on Saturday, 63 on Sunday. We'll be right back.
It's Monday, so you got to wonder what's SA Live cooking up.
Ooh, something tasty.
We're always cooking up something.
What are we giving away?
Oh, yes, because it is day 3 of our biggest giveaway of the year. That's right, day 3 of our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. So watch to see the 3 free gifts you could walk away with.
Yeah, and you get all the ones if you win today, the leading up to it and so forth, and it continues on from there. All right, need something warm on a day like this? How about something nice and icy? Caitlin Paz from Drink Tank is here, and you got about anything anybody wants, right?
Yeah, we've got lattes, cold brews, we've got smoothies, energy blasters, hot cocos.
Something for everyone and all festive kind of drinks.
There is peppermint bark in here, and we're gonna make hot chocolate out of that. I can't wait. All right, speaking of hot chocolate.
Okay, if you had to choose hot chocolate or eggnog, I kind of like combining them. I'm gonna do a mic right there.
Ooh. Overall, I would say hot chocolate.
All right.
For the season eggnog.
Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, which you prefer. And of course,
like a little something in it too. So.
We are cooking up a delicious Cornish game hen with Tony Sastries and Chef Kay.
They always have those great spices to put on in there. So, okay, time to decorate, and sometimes decorations can be expensive. Guess what? Stephanie Pena Frost is here, and you have got, as always, great ideas.
Yes, I do. Taking simple things you have at home, maybe some old ornaments, some old empty jars, and turning them into beautiful handmade decorations.
And wait till you see some of these things, you're going to go, oh, that's what that is. Yes, indeed.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.